Considering that America likes to portray itself as the land of free speech, it's staggering just how repressive a country it can be at times. The most notorious example of this was during the 1950s with the House of Un-American Activities Committee, where the American government basically imprisoned, drove to suicide, or destroyed the lives of many of its own citizens purely because of their beliefs.
Now, I'll repeat the original question. Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party of any country?
Your answer is then that you have never been a member of the Communist Party.
You were not a member of the Communist Party?
Hello. Joining me tonight on the Moral Maze panel, Stephen Rose, the evolutionary biologist at Imperial, David Starkey, constitutional historian and fellow of Christchurch, Claire Fox, former editor of the Marxist Times and now member of the Ideas Institute, and Michael Gove, columnist of the Telegraph and member of Parliament. And tonight's moral dilemma is, would you rather have your willy cut off and your bum filled with cement, or your bum cut off and your willy filled with cement? Claire Fox, your thoughts. They've wowed audiences in New York, Paris, London and Rome. They've thrown their feces all over the world's most esteemed conductors. They brought a whole new generation to classical music. They're Chimpany. 4 lovable chimps beating the crap out of drums. Chimpany, a whole world of hairy banging pleasure.
Indeed, there are many wonderful wildlife creatures to see in the Highlands. McHenry's seal. The earthquake cat. Or the screaming funk scutter.
Despite the sophistication of modern computer games, there's still a great deal of affection for early computer games from the 1980s. Once considered lowbrow, they're now very much part of our culture, as demonstrated by the last performance of the Three Tenors live at Hyde Park, singing Space Invaders. Well, we were about to broadcast a sketch about Israeli foreign policy, but apparently it's a bit of a touchy subject. So, here instead, it's Robot Bumwipe.
Clean, 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 shiny, shiny, clean, clean, shiny, shiny, clean, clean, shiny, clean, shiny, shiny, clean, shiny, shiny.
In the last 50 years, Scottish comedy has changed and developed beyond all recognition. From its humble music hall beginnings to its position today as a worldwide comedic force. Join us as we take a look at the history of Scottish comedy. The 1950s, and it was the music hall antics and sketches by performers such as Frankie and Georgie that tickled the nation's funny bone.
Hello, 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 Georgie. Well, hello, Frankie. How you doing, Georgie?
Oh, I'm fine, Frankie. By the way, I like your new haircut.
Aye, I had done up one of those tenement buildings.
Really?
Aye, it was a close shave.
The 1960s ushered in the satire boom, and no nation was as quick to blast aside with iconoclastic wit the old institutions than Scotland, thus helping to radically change the face of comedy here forever.
See that? Harold Macmillan's up to his old tricks again, Georgie.
Never mind that. I just had a haircut in a tenement building.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was a close shave.
The 1980s, and with the miners' strike, the Falklands War and privatisation, Britain had become more politically radicalised than ever before, and this was reflected in the dangerous anarchy of alternative comedy, which swept away the past with 2 fingers raised. And nowhere was it more alternative and biting than here in Scotland.
Anarchy! Anarchy!
Hey, Georgie, I like your Mohican.
Yeah, I had it done in a tenement building.
Really? Sounds like you had a f***ing close shave.
Thatcher!
The 1990s, and with the approach of a new millennium, a new comedy was born. A comedy that was dark, brooding, and that reflected our deepest nightmares. And nowhere was it more dark and groundbreaking than here, in Scotland.
Doctor, my baby has just died. Is there anything you can do?
No, I'm afraid not. But I could cut its hair in this tenement building.
Yes, comedy has changed beyond recognition over the years, and Scottish comedy, all the way from humble music hall beginnings
Hello, China.
to its virtually unrecognisable modern-day descendant, has led the way. Scottish comedy, giving the nation the comedy it deserves. Tartan-wearing f***wits.
Oh, my granny has a big fat fanny and I'm laughing on her way to jail. Hey!
Come in. Ah, Mr. McCabe, please, do take a seat. Now, what can I do for you?
This is the place where you can get help making machines. Metal machines and walking stuff.
Yes, this is the Inventions Initiative Agency, so, yes, I suppose you could say that your balls are in the right park, so to speak.
What? I told them! It was the wind that blew my kilt up.
Mr. McCabe, as I said...
I didn't know there were going to be so many families about.
Mr. McCabe...
The charges were dropped, I tell you.
Look, Mr. McCabe, what exactly can I do for you here?
Ah, well, I've made something.
And what exactly have you made?
Aha! That's the wonderfulness of them. I've made these.
You've invented the walnut.
It may look like 27 ordinary walnuts, granted, but watch this. Hello? Hello? It's time to wake up.
Mr. McCabe, you're talking to someone... My God! They're alive! They're alive! It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen!
See? I knew you'd be impressed, but that's not even the best bit.
What? There's more?
Aye. Now see all these wee instruments I've got here? They play them. Here you go, lads. Play your little hearts out.
These are just the cutest things I've ever seen.
Aren't they amazing?
This is the most remarkable thing I've ever seen. Mr. McCabe, my good man. We are going to be rich!
Rich! Oh, my dreams. I'm going to be rich.
Now, how'd you get them to stop?
Well, that's the one wee problem I've been having. You can't.
What?
Once they start, they won't stop. Ever. And how can you blame them? Playing their little hearts out.
But we have to be able to get them to stop. They'd drive you insane otherwise.
Well, the only way I've found so far is by using this.
That's a gun!
Aye, shooting them's the only way to stop them.
I'm not shooting them!
It's the only way to stop them.
I'm not shooting them! You do it!
Oh, no, laddie. I'm not doing it again. I've killed enough walnuts already. I've had my fill of horror. Shoot them, man. They'll no stop otherwise.
But they're so cute! I can't!
Oh, take the gun, you big Jesse.
Just make them stop playing!
Look, 18 days I held out for. 18 days and then the carnage had to begin. It's the only way, man.
All right. Give me the gun! Oh, God!
Wait, it's too late. They've heard us. They're heading for the door. Stop them, man, before they get it.
Ah, die, walnuts!
Now it's time for a wry look at life in this mad country of ours, in the company of our resident sketch team. Go on, team, make us laugh.
Oh, hello, lovely lady, and what can I get for you today?
Well, I was after something rather fancy, as I have the minister coming round for tea this evening, and I was hoping to lay out a nice spread for him.
Aye, that's no all she'll be spreading.
Hold on. What on earth do you think you're doing?
We're doing the sketch.
That's not what I mean, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the voices. Why on earth are you using those utterly ridiculous accents?
I'm supposed to be Scottish, remember?
But you are Scottish. Why the hell do you, a Scotsman, have to put on a Scottish accent?
Oh, come on.
And you, what on earth are you doing? Who do you know that actually speaks like that?
I'm supposed to be posh. From Kelvinside.
Really? Jenny, where do you live?
Kelvinside.
Is that right? Have you ever met anyone from there that actually spoke like that? Have you?
Come on, it's comedy. These are our comedy voices, man, you know. Hey,
If
here
you
we
don't
go.
stop doing that right now, I will personally nail your glands to the microphone. Now, tell me again, Dave, where are you from?
I'm from Springburn, you mucker, you.
Dave, I have a hammer and nail in my hand as I speak. Now tell me again, where are you from?
All right, actually, I'm from here.
But these are all Scottish comedy voices. Ned, Kelvinside Posh, and Over the Top Shortbread Tin.
So that's it, is it then? The entire range of Scottish comedy voices is 3. That's what you're saying. 3, 2 of which don't really exist and are just tired, lazy cliches. And the third you have no social contact with whatsoever, but is a stereotype you can get a cheap laugh out of. You moan about the fact that the English treat you as a bunch of walking cliches, that the ones who perpetuate them by far the most are yourselves. You make me sick. Now! Get out! Do you hear what I just said? Get out! You Scottish media fannies! Wayne, sign on. Right. Where am I? Okay. Well, now it's time for a brand new feature of the show. Help my bob, there's a haggis up my sporran. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes! Holmes! Where the devil are you, Holmes? Holmes! Oh, there you are. I say, Holmes, do you not think you should be playing that using a bow?
Yes, but I am a bachelor and a man has needs.
And now, just before the end of programs today, it's time for Sailing By, followed by some cursing at bedtime with the obscene shipping forecast. And now, the shipping news. Dogger, Portland, 17, rising. Finisterre, Sundeti light vessel automatic. Cornish, Titmaster, 18, falling slowly. Fodwacker, Iceland, vomiting bitch queen, steady. Shit on a fox, Shetland. Crab farting, Grunters, force 8, rising slowly. Viking Teats, helmet clenching bomb merchant, 9. Danish sick eater, falling slowly. Clunts.